What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and this video, I want to talk about the English dubbing Kingdom Hearts 4 story. You guys may or may not have already seen it from the other Kingdom Hearts creators out there, but I think it's a big deal. I really do, and I think that the idea of maybe this game is coming out a little bit sooner than we thought. I know that's odd to say when you think of Kingdom Hearts and you think of a game that's probably 20 years from coming out, no matter when you say that, right? It's always 20 years from coming out. I know that saying, okay, well, maybe it's coming out sooner, I know it could sound ridiculous, but, I think a lot of people are probably expecting this game 2027, maybe even late 27 or even 2028. And I mean, there's reason to even believe that with seemingly Square Enix's tripling down on Final Fantasy VII, right? Maybe Nomura is so busy with the third part that there's just no time or, whatever it might be. But, because of the news that we got on Kingdom Hearts 4, right? We got the screenshots and yeah, Missing Link had to be sacrificed to the gods in order to get that. And I know a lot of people are looking to Summer Game Fest for a potential trailer. I will personally take the under on that one. I don't think that's going to happen, but I would love to be. Please, for the love of God, prove me wrong, because I would love to be wrong on this. But what we have here is we have a voice actor on Twitter, Zach Axe, and he says, name them, me. These are all projects, all in the last year. Last one I have permission to disclose without showing anything else regarding it. And he's talking about, what he does, voice acting, right? English dubbing. So he shows 4 games, and, nothing against the first 3, but I couldn't care less, okay? I'm just genuinely honest there. The 4th game is what stands out because it's a little bit different than the rest, Kingdom Hearts 4. And it's interesting, again, the parentheses that he has in terms of he literally has permission to say that he's acting in it, but he can't show any other picture. That makes sense. Again, the game kind of stands out for more than one reason, amongst all of the other ones. But okay, well, what does it mean, like in the larger scale of things, right? Well, this is an English voice actor, right? This isn't a guy that's doing a different language. So English dubbing has begun for this game. Now, look, English dubbing can kind of vary depending on which game you're talking about, but if you want a recent example, look no further than Final Fantasy VII, right? You look at what's all the talk with 7, Part 3, and why people believe that game is, again, also pretty close, and it hopefully comes out in 2027, right, to do the 30-year anniversary, all that jazz. Why do people believe it? Well, number one, I think they started the motion capture like a week after Rebirth came out. They started so freaking quick. But another thing they started really quick was the actual voice work. So the voice actor for Cloud is in the booth as of maybe a month ago, doing the English dubbing. And now, okay, even if that game is 2 years out, that is 2 years out. It's a while away. And we can kind of pinpoint, right? Because, you're getting him back, right? He's doing Cloud. You imagine, that's the start of it. It's possible other people did stuff earlier than him, but most likely they started the English dubbing roughly, recently, right now, right? And the game probably comes out 2.5 years, or at least you'll like to believe. So this doesn't mean Kingdom Hearts is tomorrow, right? Next month, even next year, okay? But could it come out late next year? Because also he says all in the last year. Now, there's also ways of looking at that too. Last year meaning the year we're currently in. It's all in this year, so 2025. Or is he talking about the last 12 months, right? Because then the English voice dubbing for Kingdom Hearts 4 could have started as early as last summer. And that's an extra year. So now you say, okay, Final Fantasy, 2 years after they started, what if this started last year, 2 years after, puts it to 2026, right? So it doesn't give you anything definitive what Kingdom Hearts thing does, am I right? But, I do think it's a good sign because you get the pictures. Again, you have to give up Missing Link, but you got pictures. There's a lot of hope regarding this game all of a sudden, which is good to see. And then now you have this, kind of stacking on top of each other, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Obviously, a trailer at Summer Game Fest would be great, but I guess to end it here, okay, I wouldn't be shocked if this was a late 26 game. I think, you look at Kingdom Hearts 3, came out January, end of January, right? Maybe they do that. Not January 2026, maybe January 2027. So late 26, early 27, and then maybe Final Fantasy VII Part 3 is mid to late 27. So, and I mean, if you can have a year, one calendar year, and you have Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy VII Part 3, that would be pretty good for Square Enix, I would imagine. So, and I think there's a world where that happens. I don't know how likely, because pretty easy to knock one of those games off off a calendar year. You know what I mean? It only takes like one delay on one of the games. But I think it's possible they could both do it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.